Hello everyone, my name is Carlton Herbert, and this is my project for Module 1 for the Hive project, this I'm on M1.7. I've got a view here just of the final unit that I came up with for it, and here's a couple other views of that, just the final result of what I came up with. And ultimately I was going for a starter home community with lots of design for families in mind, and you'll see that as I go through this project. The initial kind of shape void study brainstorming I did, I came up with a couple of shapes shown here, and I decided to move forward with the square shapes with the square voids. And here are some of the roof structures I looked at to keep it fairly geometrical, and playing with some of those different angles and just rotating those angles around. And this is the initial mat building that I put together. And I was trying to allow for light to be able to access some of the inside interior units with those angled roofs. The group profiles I designed for were for family of 4, live work with 2 inhabitants, and live work for 1 inhabitant. And so I placed some of the furniture and placed the interior walls accordingly to try and get those different group profiles to work. And also I've rotated them around a couple different ways to try and make sure I was getting light into the spaces that I wanted. Here's the initial community layout with some of the initial community or the initial unit models. There's a couple of units kind of pushed off to one side, and then the majority of them are kind of clustered together towards that left-hand side up towards the top. This is the main plan for the unit. Specifically, this is the 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom orientation, more for the small family group profile. And it has plenty of storage as well as an open living kitchen kind of area. There's a couple section cuts to kind of show you the inside there, with the way the roof structure was working and kind of those different levels of the roof. The isometric top and bottom, give you a view kind of in the interior there. And here's a view of the lighting. I was able to get pretty good lighting there, not too much sunlight getting directly on the floor, most of it kind of bouncing around on the walls, up above in kind of the clear story section. And here's the perspective section. I decided to do this kind of 3D version one to give you a little bit more depth and a little more tone to it, and then the one below as well, to show you how it would look to be inside of the unit itself. Here's the site plan at the ground level. You can see the main structures kind of in the middle to the right, where I've got some playground equipment, playground models, and then on this page here you can see the kind of the roof level where I've got a couple of shade structures, mostly to cover those play areas as well as covering the space between units over there on the left. Here's the community axonometric view, showing those main shade structures again, as well as the path that you could take through the community. There's a couple of garden areas and trees, as well as those shade structures to give plenty of shade there. And here's the last page here, just a couple of shots of the exterior. If you were to be outside there of one of the units, there's some one showing kind of the garden area looking towards the play area, one focused a little bit more on that play area, and then and then the shade structure kind of between the units to show how much shade you'd actually be getting there, and it would be ideally a very cool location there. So that's what what I put together for this module. Thanks for taking a look.